On BBC One now, the documentary Why We Hate the British. Over here, News Round. For the last few weeks, the nation's been gripped with the Nicola Bulley case, but it's no wonder that's all the media have been talking about. Hundreds of thousands of people are reported missing every year in the UK. What made this case so special? Well, one person we could ask is Peter Faulding, the diving expert who was never off the television. Seriously though, this guy was everywhere. He was Peter Omnipresent, occupying every space at the same time. His bald head became so familiar, he even made the list of the top 10 most well-known bald heads. He's literally Peter Balding. He visited so many TV studios, some viewers expected to see him on The Masked Singer. And of course, by sheer coincidence, the day that Faulding's team helped the police was the day after the release of his new book, What Lies Beneath. Look, here he is with Alan Carr at the book launch just a few days before. Now, I'm not saying he helped out just to promote his new book, but you know, like them shows like Surprise Surprise, and they'll get this superstar to come on the show and surprise a member of the public, and you think, blimey, that's really nice of them. Then it turns out they're just there to promote their new album. And you think, fuck them. Well, it's a bit like that. And on the subject of cabbage, Sky News' Kay Burley gave us a step-by-step reconstruction of Nicola Bulley's last known steps. A full 3 weeks.
So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the car park, which is where she came with the dog and the kids.
The gutter snake Kay Burley wearing a bright long red coat so she could be seen by the sly drones. But don't worry, if you didn't see her, she'll cheerfully wring your neck to get you out of the way. This poor cow learnt the hard way. Whoa. Back to Balding then, and after searching the river, he was very clear.
If Nicola was in that river, I would have found her. I can guarantee you that. She wouldn't have, we would have found her, and she's not there.
He made no caveats about reeds in this statement because, unfortunately, as we all know, that's where she was found.
Perhaps you made an error. Perhaps there are lessons to be learnt from the way you were so unequivocal about how you said, if she's in the river, I will find her.
Well, I would like to make very clear that the police have searched that area with sonar and divers for the last 3 weeks. We spent 4 hours searching for Nicola at that strip of the river.
And the rest of the time mugging off to a TV camera. Because of the massive coverage of the case, obviously this was going to generate a lot of interest with YouTube and TikTokers. The last thing Kay Burley wants is social media turning up doing it better than her.
And he was saying, along here was like the front at Windermere. I mean, the number of people that have been here in order to try and be sleuths or whatever, have their picture taken on the bench, whatever it was.
Kay Burley complaining about people turning up to have their pictures taken, but this was earlier in the walk.
Walking past some of our colleagues also broadcasting from here. The reason it's so poignant today is that it's 3 weeks today.
You see, don't turn up with your camera phone, but 3 outside broadcasting units, well, that's fine. Nicola's family specifically mentioned Sky News as one of the media outlets that intruded on their privacy. This makes the following conversations even more outrageous.
It's quite
hard
sad.
For the family, that, you know.
Yeah, and it is quite sad because look at the heart of this story, Kay. You know, there's a missing woman. and 2 girls at home without a mum. And there were,
girls.
2 little girls, yeah. And people were rocking up here, you know, in their dozens. And it was like Blackpool seafront, you know, it was like a circus at some stage. People filming and, you know, trying to spot Nicola and trying to spot evidence. Yeah. People trying to be involved in being armchair detectives.
Such a shame that the family is so impacted by that, you know. Social media, it can be such a poisonous place to be. I'm so sorry that they are impacted so badly.
Yeah.
Yes, Snake Burley there, who once asked this question of the wife of the Suffolk Strangler.
Do you think if you'd had a better sex life, he wouldn't have done this?
Kay Burley there asking the questions that nobody wants the answers to. Well, Nicola's been found, but the mystery continues, as will the speculation and conspiracy theories. Here's Brian Harvey talking about it right now. Hugo Talks suggests this whole thing has been a psyop designed to control social media and citizen journalism. Interesting.
It is the first time we've seen a high-profile case, a police investigation, that was completely infiltrated and swamped by social media detectives. How significant do you think this will be going forward? Do we literally have to change the law around this now? Do we literally have to change the law around this now? Do we literally have to change the law around this now?